Alright. So, part 3 of What If Bulma Trained Like Goku. I'm excited to see to hear what else MasakoX has in mind. Like, comment, subscribe if you're going to enjoy this. If you're going to like this, I'm enjoying this so far. MasakoX, you're doing a wonderful job with this. Thank you that somebody is coming up with this, because Lord Jesus, did we really need this? Alright, without further ado, let's just dive into it already.
There's only so much sciencing you can do. That is until Raditz shows up. Hey guys, MasakoX here. Now, thanks to the idea that is of course the What If Roundtable live streams, we have managed to get loads of good ideas, as well as fan interaction, which the channel has greatly benefited from in many ways. So for that, I thank you very much for all of your great enthusiastic suggestions, as well as the support and good vibes. In fact, one of these ideas is the topic for today's video and the concept of it, which got me really excited in a way that rarely happens with video concepts. And yes, I do love making what if videos and scripts, but this idea in particular not only got me writing, but it got me jazzed. The concept is so much fun, and the ideas seem to please you out there too, given the inspiration for it in the first couple of parts. This got inspired by the likes of Doll Comics over on Twitter as well. Turns out that this idea had been requested months before we actually made the first video, but the idea was for Bulma to be a fighter in her own right, simply, using pure martial arts instead of her technical know-how to try and get ahead of the game. Now, whilst that would be pretty awesome to see, and very inspirational to some, it didn't feel right for me in regards to who Bulma was. Bulma is a very clever individual who would work around a problem and think laterally, using her skill set to maximize the potential in any given scenario. So build yourself the glory as well as build up your muscles. Do both. What if Bulma trained like Goku? I think it's safe to say that Bulma would end up becoming the rescue of the Dragon World, basically turning Capsule Corp into the Stark Industries of West City, and in fact, the planet. With the Red Ribbon Army now gone in this universe, Capsule Corp would have almost had half of the world's income that is generated from multiple sectors, such as the automotive sector, the consumer goods sector, transportation of cargo, basically anything with an engine or something that is used to carry things. Capsule Corp has got it covered and is basically becoming a massive monopoly. Not good for competition, but it's great for Bulma's pet project. Dr. Bulma would use her skills, research, and now martial arts support to become a force to be reckoned with, who has managed to do her fair share of defending the Earth in the midst of King Piccolo proving herself. And the last part.
Alright, sorry guys. Continue.
Support to become a force to be reckoned with, who has managed to do her fair share of defending the Earth in the midst of King Piccolo proving herself. Now in the last part, we saw Bulma learn from her mistakes and used her suit more shrewdly, as well as taking into account that going all out right from the start probably isn't the way to go. With her desire to defend her friend and advisor Goku, Bulma stepped in when Piccolo Jr. got dirty and showed what the power of her suit could do, and Wolf Fang fisted the son of King Piccolo into submission. Oh my. Saving the day for Goku and allowing him to let the demon son go like he does in the original. Now that is something that Bulma wouldn't forget, and something that Goku wouldn't forget either. Now before we continue, I would like to point out to you our merch store, where you can get R&R goods as well as some of the classic MasakoX merch out there. All available from the Teespring store at masako.cc/store. You can adorn this one in person as well as your home. Just simply go to the website, browse through what's on offer, and hey, I'm gonna be nice. Since you've been so good for watching these videos, why not get yourself a 10% discount with the code SUBS? Just input that at checkout, and you've got yourself a little off your order, the total order. So, thank you for watching and listening. When we left our heroes at the beginning of the 5-year time skip of Dragon Ball Z has now commenced. both Bulma and Goku are processing the events of the 23rd tournament, and things are a little strained. Goku is very grateful for Bulma's help and is also keen to train with that suit to try and make himself stronger, but there's a problem. Bulma isn't so keen on that. She's more than not so keen. It's all down to Goku letting Piccolo go and being so irresponsible in regards to the safety of the planet. Now Yamcha is trying to reason with Bulma, his still girlfriend, that she shouldn't be so hasty when it comes to isolating Goku. It could be very useful in the development, but she is insistent on it. For the next 5 years, Bulma cuts off contact with Goku entirely. Not receiving phone calls, visits, or even looking at him if they passed in the street for some reason whenever they can buy groceries. It's total blanking. Yamcha is a little worried, but in a way, not too worried. You see, he has benefited immensely. Bulma used his technique to save the day. His training had proven to be potent enough to take down the biggest enemy Earth had ever seen. And this had now brought them closer together. Now with Goku out of the picture, hey! Yamcha could step in to train and perfect Bulma's technology and steer it in the right direction for little Yamcha to be the savior of Earth. Hey! Now, Bulma thinks that she's done the right thing, and Yamcha isn't telling her anything to the contrary, so yeah, she decides to bow on what she's doing and continues to develop her suit as well as train with Yamcha. Now to Goku, he is a little blue about Bulma not being friendly with him, basically not talking to him at all. But he's got another thing to take his mind off of it. It's Chi and him have just welcomed their firstborn Gohan into the world, and he has to focus on looking after his son. And so the turmoil that he initially had ebbs away naturally, and this leaves the family effectively withdrawing contact from the rest of the Dragon team like it is in the original. And actually, that actually tends to happen a lot in Dragon Ball, people not speaking to each other for years at a time. However, all of this absence from Goku's insight has affected Bulma's research. You see, the suit has stagnated. With all of this money in research and development going into her armor production, she had to deal with the reality that was becoming clear that human-made materials were just not progressing fast enough like she wanted to. She has perfected the suit to the point where she's run out of ideas. Technology and materials aren't just good enough for what she wants. So she's run out of stuff to think of. So one day, she decides to shelve the project and instead focus on physical training with Yamcha. This does have a knock-on effect. He doesn't pursue his baseball career. I mean, think about it. Why would he need to? He's got a job being the chief martial arts instructor to the future owner of Capsule Corp, one of the richest women in the world. He's got it made. And yes, Bulma does pay him on many levels. That being said, Bulma isn't entirely happy. Yeah, sure. The relationship that she has and the training, yeah, that's great and all, but the innovation and lack thereof in her suit side of things is getting her down.
Yeah.
She hates not knowing something and being stuck. It's really getting her down. And this continues on for the rest of the time skip. When we get to the start of Dragon Ball Z, Bulma and Yamcha are still together, and Bulma managed to do a little bit of innovation in that time, but not to the level that she hoped or wanted for, or had seen when she first made the suit, the rapid progress there. All that she was able to do is make it a little bit more flexible at the joints to try and allow for swifter movement now that her physical power had increased, and she'd gotten quite a bit bulkier and faster. And if you're wondering, her power level right now without the suit is 200. Now, why the massive increase? Why the doubling? Well, she has spent most of her time just simply training with Yamcha on the physical level without the suit. So, what else could she do? The suit had barely changed. What was the point? And it still had the same attributes as before. And this also means that Yamcha, at present, when the gang meet at Kame House, is stronger too.
And also, that's not really far-fetched or surprising. Because when you think about it, in Dragon Ball, and the only reason why I'm saying this is because I watched it. After a year, when Yamcha and Krillin and Goku went their separate ways to train, their power levels did go up. They got stronger. When you're constantly focusing on one thing, with the main thing, you're going to see results. And like he said, there was nothing else that she could improve on with the suit. So why not just improve on the physical attributes rather than just the suit. So that way you could still progress, but you're physically stronger now. That's also a staple in Dragon Ball. Whereas like in your base form will always be stronger than what your primary form is going to be. Like the next level, like Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, those are like power boosts compared to that. So people's base forms actually do help. They do. So yeah.
Almost as strong as Goku. In fact, you could say slightly stronger himself. So yeah, they're at Kame House. Goku arrives. He's got a kid. We then get Raditz arriving and doing his thing with Krillin, damaging Kame House and whatnot. Bulma and Yamcha try and stop Raditz from kidnapping Gohan, but Bulma can't get to her suit in time, and yeah. Raditz is way stronger than them, and without her armor, she doesn't stand a chance. When Raditz disappears, the gang are left using the situation, and the attention turns to Goku and Bulma, and then Piccolo. Piccolo had his interaction with Raditz, and there is now a three-way stare down between himself, Goku, and Bulma. All three recognize the power that has just arrived on Earth, and that they do need to put their differences aside and join forces to make sure that there is still an Earth there. Bulma's anger towards Goku subsides for a moment, and she says that she is happy for him that he's managed to settle down and have a family. And as for Goku, he's easily quick to forgive. Well, I've been waiting for you to come over and hang out and stuff. I don't know why you had to lock yourself away from me. Come on. Bulma is nonplussed. He was just waiting for her to make the move? Why you? That's gonna have to wait. Yamcha and Krillin wait at Kame House. Shouldn't you go with her, dude? No. This is something that she needs to figure out herself. It's none of my concern. Besides, did you feel that power, man? I'm getting mixed up in that. When they arrive, it's now 3 versus 1 instead.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Yamcha wouldn't really want to fight, knowing that he can sense power levels. Because it was the time in Dragon Ball where he thought he could take on anybody, but people made him humble, so yeah. Krillin is the strongest human. He really is the strongest human compared to Yamcha.
And with Bulma's armor and its power unable to be read, Raditz is having a great time mocking this weak little girl, getting ideas about her station. Her suit can power up to a sustained level of 700. It still has the same 3.5 times multiplier as before,
right,
showing that her suit's overall power hasn't changed at all. It's stagnated. What this means is that when all three attack Raditz at once, he is actually having to watch where they are hitting him and being careful. Collectively, they're pretty strong. And when Bulma gets the first surge boost, remember she had 3 of them, it actually does some damage. With a flick of the switch, Bulma cranks up her fist and delivers an uppercut to Raditz, sending him reeling backwards, and allows for Piccolo to deliver a kick to the torso, which manages to win Raditz enough for Goku to then smash a Kamehameha in the direction of him. And Piccolo is impressed by this tag team technique. Not bad. I'm glad I'm not the receiving end of one of those anymore. Bulma turns around, still angry at him. You wait until this is over. I'll remind you how it feels. Goku then tries to calm them down, but Raditz then counters with a double Sunday, which they all have to dodge. Bulma's temper is getting in the way. She needs to calm down. She then has a plan. She will go to the pod and grab Gohan and get him to a safe distance. However, Goku interjects. I'll do it. Bulma, you go in and distract Raditz. Huh? But you're the fighter here. Sure you want to face him. I do, but right now, you're more powerful. I'll be quick. Now let's get at it. Piccolo then decides to charge up his special beam cannon, as Bulma then does what Goku says, goes straight in and tries to distract Raditz. The disconnect between her scouter reading to Raditz and her actual power is giving Raditz a bit of a headache, and he can't quite grasp the situation, and this is allowing Goku a little bit more time to try and grab Gohan out of the pod. Bulma can sense that she needs to get this over with, and she decides to plow her 2 remaining surges into a double gut punch, akin to Gohan's rage boost, only stronger. With one double punch, Raditz cuts up a ton and is left winded even more so and reeling on the ground trying to get back up.
Damn it all! What are you, woman? How can I not read your power? What are you doing?
Bulma is feeling pretty smug. And she then explains that she's managed to outsmart the monkey's thinking. By using technology to solve the problem. Big mistake. Technology, you say? Well, they do say that technology has its limits. He finds himself nearby a small pond, and then splashes water all over Bulma's suit.
Oh shit. It's a short circuit.
All her time research, and she hadn't taken into account the possibility of coming into contact with water. How? Why? She only ever used this suit on the ground or fighting in arenas of tournaments. She is now writhing in pain, and Goku can hear her screams. He leaps forward and tries to help her, but Raditz wants him down as well. At seeing both this woman and his dad getting floored, Gohan's internal power comes to the fore, and he then rushes Raditz like in the original and once again flies into his stomach. And given that he'd been hit several times before, really badly, this time Raditz can't get up. He is incapacitated, and this is played into Piccolo's hands. Special beam cannon. Without the need for Goku's full Nelson, Piccolo's attack lands, and Raditz is fatally wounded. Goku and Bulma are on the ground in immense agony, with Piccolo looming over them and Raditz. He could wipe them all out right now if he wanted to, but his attention then turns to the boy. He has a plan. With these two goody two-shoes unable to do anything, the Saiyan about to pass away at any second, and the kid currently unconscious after his little surge of power, Piccolo then takes the kid and flies away. When the gang arrives with Krillin clumsily piloting Bulma's ship, they are met with 3 lifeless bodies, or what seems like it. When Krillin walks up to Goku, he slowly awakens and tells his friend to get Bulma to a doctor. She has been massively shocked. When he asks where Gohan is right now, they say that he's gone, and so is Piccolo. Goku feels that Bulma may have been right. Piccolo, indeed, could not be trusted. Now, he has no idea where his son is, and Piccolo will do anything to keep it that way. Hours later, when the pair have been able to recover a bit, Bulma and Yamcha embrace. Goku then apologizes to Bulma and says that she was right about Piccolo all along. Now, his son is in danger, and he needs her help to bring him back. However, Bulma has another idea. She remembered seeing a pod, and she takes her ship back to the location where they had just fought with Raditz. She also takes Raditz's scouter, still sore from the electric shock. She places the pod in a spare capsule and plays with the scouter. Now, for the first time in years, she's inspired. This is space tech. Space tech! That could be the thing that she needs to improve the suit.
True. True.
She can do what she does best once more. And without a moment's hesitation, she heads back to Capsule Corp to get on with tinkering with this space tech and finding out what she can do with it.
If she can make this, if she can, well, I'll get ready to say, if she can transfer the effects of the suit into a scouter, bravo, Bulma. If you can make that into just a scouter instead of a whole suit, you have done yourself justice. That would be great. That would be great. I always loved the scouters. I always did. I was never a one that was like, oh, they're such a pain to have. I love the scouters. And I have no idea why they took them away, because I thought they were a good thing to have. like seeing a person's power level, I love the scouters, especially like the different colors of them. First it was green and purple and red, you know, or even blue. I love the scouters. I love them. If she can turn that suit into a portable scouter for her head, that would be insane. And just have the effects be all surge through her body. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Oh my gosh.
Which in this timeline, thankfully, the pod remained intact, thanks to the fact that Gohan wasn't in there and caused it to explode when he came to the rescue. Bulma is ready to improve her suit once again, and the first thing on her mind is to make the darn thing
Work.
waterproof.
Right, yeah,
That's
waterproof.
Goku goes back home to tell Chi-Chi the news, and she doesn't take it well.
Yeah, she's
She
mad.
effectively banishes Goku from the house and tells him that he is not welcome back here until he brings Gohan home. With that, she slams the door in Goku's face. The only place he can go is Capture Call. When he gets there, Bulma is well into researching the Saiyan pod and Scouter, and Goku has to make do with just training with Yamcha to keep himself occupied. But at least here, he can get some training in, and hopefully rebuild old ties with his old friends. Now meanwhile, out in space, the Jeter and Nappa hear the whole thing go down via Raditz' Scouter. And despite not hearing about Dragon Balls,
Yeah, see the different colors of Scouters? One blue, one red. I would love that. I would love my own Scouter. Oh my! I need to get a Scouter.
they are still keen to pay out a visit after Raditz was beaten up by a girl, and she's now tinkering with his stuff. They are keen to see this person up close and maybe offer them a job. That, or end them,
Right?
doesn't really matter.
Doesn't really matter.
That's where we're going to be leaving things for right now.
All
So
right.
what do you guys think? Do you think that Bulma will be able to improve the suit in time before the Saiyans arrive? How will Piccolo be able to avoid Goku from finding him and Gohan? Leave a comment below and let's get this discussion going. And I shall see you.
I'm loving this timeline. I honestly, to be honest with you, I like this timeline better than the one that we got in the show, because this is giving characters a chance to be character, to be them. Like Bulma being the true Bulma, Goku just being Goku, Chi-Chi being out of the way and just I'm happy for that. Like, there's not much dialogue with Chi-Chi because the only thing she's good for is just being a nag. That's the only thing she's good for. And everybody else just being themselves. I love that. And Piccolo still being Piccolo. Yes. Let Piccolo still be Piccolo. Yes. Let me know what you guys think down below about this. I'm ecstatic. I really want Bulma to turn her suit into a Scouter. That would be crazy. That would be the best thing in the world. But yes, like, comment, subscribe, join the Sakurai Clan today. I will see y'all again next time. Happy Dragon Ball Sunday. I love y'all. Be safe, and I'll see y'all again next time. I'm out. Peace.